Let's rock, Fist of the Phantom Star.
It's not my
Sorry.
Hey, Ryuji's hammer has changed.
All right. Blast
Wowza.
That was great. Thanks.
Okay, we're done with this guy. I've been such bastard. Alright, so the mementos is kind of repetitive, so I'm not gonna show everything that I did in mementos. But I guess the most important part was that we took down Futaba's friend's parents, made them come to their senses, made them realize how much they really love their daughter. So that's all good. Let's go back to the real world.
What do you want to do?
Are we heading back? The amount of flowers. Return to the real world. Okay. By the way, at the end of everything, there was another big wall blocking the path again, as usual. Okay, returning to our bonding session.
Ah, you're back.
Yep. Thieves Den updated. Now, I still gotta bond with my teammates before our big battle. Okay, it's kinda spontaneous, but let's go all the way to Kanda to see Yusuke's classmate, Hifumi.
Good evening.
A Meijin knows no standard moves. This is the Japanese chess player. There are no set principles for victory. You must always seek to make the best move possible. Please continue to do what you believe is right. If it's alright with you, let's play a match. I don't think my bond with Hifumi will deepen just yet. No. Okay. What are you thinking? Do you want to hang out with Hifumi? Yeah, hang out with her.
I look forward to it.
Time for the lesson. It's a weird relationship Ren has started with this shogi player. I can sense her dedication to shogi. Ooh. I feel like my bond with Hifumi will grow stronger.
Thank you for today.
Okay, that's it for today. November 27. Oh, let's go downstairs, Morgana. There's Sojiro, the man who knows everything about our identities now.
Hey.
Be careful out there. Then again, I'm sure no one's gonna be looking for someone who's supposed to be dead. Okay. The same as usual. And there she is, Futaba. What's up, Futaba?
Welcome back.
Yo. What do you want to do today, Ren? Let's hang out?
But
Wait, wouldn't it be bad if someone spotted you? Nah, it's okay. We'll be fine. Really? Okay. Mwahaha, you're free, right? There's something I really want to talk to you about. It'd be awesome if you could make some time for me. I feel I can become closer. Okay. I feel I can bond. Okay. Nobody thinks you're alive at this point. Okay, same as usual. What's the plan? Hang out with her?
yep.
Okay. Let's go to your room then. She really doesn't like going outside.
Hey, listen.
So I emailed Kana-chan. And believe it or not, she replied. We even ended up talking on the phone about elementary school. Hey. She said the only reason she got mad at me about her diary because she was embarrassed. Apparently she thought I would hate her if I knew about her secrets, so she ran away. I guess me and her are pretty much the same after all. Long story short, we made up. I finally apologized to her. That's incredible. Glad to hear that. Did you stutter at all? I don't know, that's incredible, but did you stutter at all? How'd you know about that? Anyway, it's too far to actually visit each other, so we've been sending emails back and forth. We even made a promise recently to both go to high school next year. Hey. You know, there's no way I would have been able to call her and apologize before. It's all because of you that I could do it, Ren. You work really hard too. You're making me blush. Do I get a reward? You're making me blush. Then I'll have to compliment you some more. Blush for me, Ren, my super cool protector of justice. Oh, I almost forgot. Kana-chan was really surprised the Phantom Thieves listened to her request. She'll never know the truth of the matter, though. Yep, she'll never know that Futaba is the Phantom Thieves. I finally finished that promise. Get along with Kana-chan. This is really important, so I'm gonna say it again.
Thanks.
Thank you, Ren. Wait a second. I never even said it the first time. I guess that means I'll just have to say it again now. Thank you, Ren. Seriously. I can feel a strong bond of trust from Futaba. Too bad her only friend is so far away. I guess it's not her only friend now. She got the Phantom Thieves. Is it okay if I ask you a favor real quick? I mean, I just finished a super old promise. So, can you pat me on the head? Mom used to do it when she was happy with me. Just pat pat. Am I your mom's substitute or something? Can you do it? Fine by me. That's all? That's all. I don't know. Fine by me.
All right.
Alright, bring it on. Pat pat. Whoa! What's up? That was totally different from how my mom used to do it. My heart, my face, it feels like they're on fire. Pant, pant. Calm down, Futaba. How did your mother do it? Phew, looks like that strange outburst is finally over. My heart's still beating real hard, but I'm totally good now. Sorry for making you worry. I just remembered. I still have one more promise to do. Being okay without you around.
Can I really do this?
I don't know. Meh, I'll find out some other day.
Squeeze me.
Squeeze me. I walked Futaba home. Such a gentleman, Ren. Hey, Ren. Thanks for listening to what I had to say today. So I've been having a lot of fun talking with Kana-chan over the internet. We talk all the time now. We tell each other what we're doing, what our days are like. Kana-chan said she cried when I reached out to her. When I heard that, I kinda cried a little too. And now, I'm getting along with Kana-chan. I'm so glad I cleared that goal. Congrats. You still got more. Want more pats? I don't know. Want more pats? What? Don't tease me like that. I might freak out again. Anyways, I just have one more goal to clear. It's like I'm about to face the final boss. Once I beat that, it's game over. Credits roll. I hope you'll stick around until then, Ren. Okay, later. Her final task is to be okay without Ren being around.
You're back.
We took down the cult leader in Mementos, so she might say something about that. Can I see you today? There's a lot I want to talk about. I'm so surprised. I can't wait to talk to you. Okay. I feel like my bond with Chihaya. Nobody thinks you're alive at this point, blah blah blah. Okay. Head over immediately. Please come to my shop as fast as you can. Yep, I can already predict what her boss told her. Kitkona-san, I've been looking forward to see you. Never heard Chihaya laugh like that. The chairman turned himself in. It's even shown up on the news. I had no idea. I had no idea. I know. I expected nothing less. It all happened so suddenly too. He confessed all of his crimes. The police came to question me after that, but they ultimately concluded that I'm innocent. Apparently the chairman took full responsibility for the ADP and admitted he was brainwashing all of its members. Oh, and speaking of the members, some of them said they've stopped using the Holy Stones because of my advice. It was all the clients you sat in with, Kitkona-san. You know, I never saw this as a possible outcome in my readings. Not only have the fates of the ADP members improved, but even my own has begun to shift. It's almost like this curse that's followed me ever since the villagers called me a monster has passed. I'm glad to hear that. That's some good luck. It's because you're strong.
What?
Me? Right, I remember. Strong conviction is the only way to change fate. That reminds me, my readings told me I would accomplish my objective with the aid of the trickster. But I'm not sure what exactly that was supposed to mean. It's such a mystery. That aside, the ADP is finished. Nobody else will be deceived. I just realized something. Remember how I told you how the chairman knew I was a runaway? Well, I was wandering around the city with luggage at my side. Anyone could have figured that out, huh? I knew it. She's just gullible. I know how fragile I was back then, but it's still embarrassing to think I let myself believe he was a psychic. But I guess some men are good at knowing when a woman is vulnerable. Are you one of those men, Kitkona-san? The truth is, there's actually something else besides the chairman that I want to talk to you about. This is so embarrassing. Kitkona-san, are you interested in older women? That's a little direct. Why do you ask? Hell yeah, I am. Why do you ask? I don't know, how about... Hell yeah, I am.
Really?
Really? I mean, how interesting. Oh, sorry. If we have time to waste talking about nonsense like that, we have time to read fortunes, right? I can sense a strong resolve from Chihaya. That was a weird answer. Hell yeah, I am. Celestial reading triggers a fusion alarm, then raises alarm chance until end of day.
All right.
But
Even though the chairman turned himself in, there are still some things left unresolved. Most importantly, the other members of the ADP are still confused as to what exactly is going on. So I need to set things straight. This is partially my fault after all. Right. The real battle starts now.
oh,
It's getting late. I should close up for today.
goodbye.
I've been doing a lot of thinking. I'm only a country bumpkin who ran from her hometown. What can I really accomplish? And then I realized something. I could have easily ran away from the chairman like I did back then. But I didn't. I stood firm, and I think that's thanks to your influence. You give me too much credit. It was all your own will. You knew it would happen. I don't know. It was all your own will. I knew it would happen. It was all your will. Nonsense. I'm not that strong of a person. I only got this far because I had you at my side. In other words, I think this was all part of our fate. I'll do my best to give them hope. The same hope you gave me. I can't turn my back on the ADP members any longer. I hope you'll keep watching over me through it all. Until next time. It's a shady religion, but they're still her teammates. Okay, let's go see the vegetables Haru's raising. Just kidding, I just want to see Haru. Have you decided what the plan is for today? Let me know if you're meeting up. I'll be on the roof for a while, tending to the garden. Okay. Wanna go see Haru for a bit? Go right away. Really? Okay, got it. Okay. This is the day I find out what Haru's vegetables will do.
Good day.
What do you want to do today, Rankun? I want to see the vegetables. Let's try this one. I want to see your vegetables. That makes me happy. These vegetables should grow nicely here. What do you think? Ooh. Hey, oh, fully restores SP of one ally. Healed. Carrot, tomato, earth beans, star onion. Doubles the damage of magical attacks. Doubles the damage of physical attacks one time. Restores SP. Fully restores SP of one ally. I don't know, let's try Moonlight Carrot. Oh, this one's doing really well. I'm sure it'll grow nice and big. The Moonlight Carrot is doing well. It should be ready to harvest on December 2nd. I hope you're looking forward to it. Okay. Well, let's hang out.
Good day.
What do you want to do today, Rankun? Let's hang out.
Huh?
At a time like this, is this perhaps a part of your grand infiltration strategy? It most certainly is. It's a secret. Okay. I'm thinking of going to find some books to help me study coffee. Would you mind coming with me? I feel I can become closer. Okay. Okay. What'll it be? Hang out with her.
Thank you.
How about Jimbocho? It would be the perfect place to look for a book. Let's get going. A book about coffee, huh? So there are 8 different ways to roast coffee beans. Apparently the light roast is the most acidic. It says here that the type of roast you want should differ depending on how you want to drink your coffee. That's fascinating. They're so studious. Can you make some for me? I don't know. That's fascinating.
Yes.
It is. I think I'd like to try hand roasting each type someday.
To be honest.
You know, Okumura Foods didn't start out as a burger chain. Originally, it was nothing more than a small cafe run by my grandfather. Oh. That particular shop closed before I was old enough to appreciate the finer intricacies of coffee. But that's where the real origin of our family business lies. I had no idea. That's a surprise. I could have guessed that. I had no idea. It's a surprise. I had no idea. I didn't either. My father only first mentioned it to me a year or 2 ago. At any rate, after my grandfather passed, the company shut the cafe down due to its steady loss of revenue. He had never cared about turning a profit though. His only goal was to make people happy. Sounds a bit like Sojiro. He built a strong community around the cafe. He'd even give out free meals to those who couldn't afford it. Then the day it closed, people lined up for blocks to give flowers. They really loved that place.
But
I wonder how many people would line up for Big Bang Burger if it suddenly went out of business. I know we need to do well to keep our employees paid, but I can't help but think we've lost something important. I mean, Takakura-san seems to only be focused on profits. At this rate, we'll never lose our black image. You might be right. That would be bad. Black like coffee? That would be bad. You might be right. Is there really nothing I can do? The company name is just going to keep getting dragged through the mud. Sai, I think what I really need is to get stronger. I mean, I can act tough in front of my employees, but you know how weak I am inside.
And
I have a plan though. Before I can really determine who I trust, I first need to know what it means to have others trust in me. So I'm gonna get stronger, strong enough for you and the others to rely on me. I can sense a strong resolve from Haru. She really is a strong girl, huh?
All right.
Rank 6. But how am I supposed to gain the trust of my employees? I'm not great at public speaking, or even just giving my opinion makes me a little nervous. Haru? Oh, who is that? Fiancé. Sugimura-san, what are you doing here? I was just... Hey, it's our second time meeting... it's Ren's second time meeting this fiancé, is it not? I was just heading home from a business engagement when I saw you from my car window. Do I know you from somewhere? You're one of those brats from before. This is a friend from school. He's helping me look for some books today. Anyway, we should be getting back to our shopping. Please excuse us. Hold on, Haru. You think you can go on a date with another man and leave your fiancé in the dust? You are not my fiancé. I already said I'm not going to marry you. Oh yeah? And what about the contract I made with your father?
that's...
Father is no longer here. Besides, marriage is something you go into with your own free will. A contract could never hold the same weight. Are you sure about that? Think about the reparations clause. If you back out of the deal now, you will lose everything you own. Okumura Foods, your estate. Really? She's gonna lose everything, huh? Even so, And what about your employees? Are you really willing to put their jobs on the line for the sake of your selfishness? Besides, this marriage is exactly what Okumura Foods needs right now. My father would have no trouble managing your shares or sweeping away your company's tarnished image. That reminds me, did Takakura-san tell you about the wedding hall? He got us the Phoenix Wing at the Wilton. What? He made a provisional reservation for 10 days this coming spring. After all, the sooner the better. Wait a minute. We'll have to look into our guest schedules as well. There will be over 300 of them, you know? Takakura-san can handle Okumura Foods in the meantime. Why don't you go stop by the gym or something, Haru? I mean, if you have time to mess around with the punk, you damn well have time to get a little thinner. She is already pretty thin though. I'm out of here. You don't want to marry that man. I'm sorry about that. Don't need to apologize. That guy is horrible. That guy is horrible. That guy is horrible. You're not wrong about that. He has everything. Fame, intelligence, etiquette. The only thing he needs now is a wife he can control. And I guess I'm the perfect target. He's gonna get Okumura Foods as well as my entire inheritance, and I'm totally powerless against him. You're not powerless. Be strong, Haru. Be strong, Haru. You're not powerless. Be strong, Haru. You're right. I can't afford to drag myself down with such negativity. Thank you. Anyway, I hope I can share with you again some other time. For today though, I'm rather tired. Would it be okay if we parted here?
Goodbye.
Haru's in a lot of trouble. Oh, I'm sorry for the sudden call again. The thing is, Sugimura-san reached out to me again after we saw him. I'd rather not talk to him, but I couldn't stand him using the company to threaten me, and even speaking badly of you. The negativity felt so painful, too much to handle alone, and before I knew it, I was already calling you. You can talk to me anytime. Let him say what he wants. Want to run away together? You can talk to me anytime. Hearing that makes me so happy. Thank you. Even though I just promised myself I'd get stronger, I suppose I'm still just depending on you. But still, I can't help but worry about the contract. How frustrating. I can't just let them keep manipulating me like a puppet. I have to find some way I can change this. Talking to you's helped me calm down. Thank you, really. We'll talk again soon, right? Yep. Evening.
You're back.
I'm home. Okay. Who's this message from? Hey, it's Hifumi. Okay. Okay, let's go see Yusuke's classmate. What's your plan for the day? I was hoping we could play a match. Will you join me? I will instruct you, of course. Okay. Head over immediately. Thank you very much. I'll meet you at the church then. A strange relationship.
Check.
Ha ha ha, you have been defeated. Battlefield is mine. The ultimate Togo kingdom is complete. There's a weird habit. All my pieces have been taken. Hifumi has left me utterly defeated. But to think you could stay standing after being struck with my silver infinity sword. You've improved considering that you endured the climbing silver so early in the match. The determination I'm sensing from you is a real inspiration. I must think of a new move. I'm afraid you'll surpass me one day if I don't stay sharp.
Actually,
The exhibition match against the pro my mother was talking about has been confirmed. He's a very famous shogi player. I'm aiming to be the first woman to reach the pro ranking league. I'm sure it will draw a lot of attention, especially that after that article. However, I don't intend to lose. This is my chance to display my true skills. I confess I'm a bit scared though. That's almost a relief. That's almost a relief. Don't lay your guard down. It may come down to luck. Don't lay your guard down. I won't. My opponent is ranked much higher than I am, so I won't take him lightly. To be honest, I'm not sure how well my skills will hold up against a true professional.
alright.
But I'm sick of being treated like an idol. I have to show them what I'm made of. Give it your all. I believe in you. Idols are cool too. I believe in you. Thank you. So, there's a move I want to try out. Would you like to play another match?
Thank you very much.
Strategically place your pieces in the enemy's zone to increase your chances of getting gold. Be sure to use that tactic in your next match. For today, try and steal the pieces you want from me. I feel Hifumi's trust in me growing. Oh, new strategy, Nari King. Earn double money if a battle is won in one turn after a successful ambush.
All right.
Well then, let's begin the match. I hereby place this golden mantle upon your shoulders and don it with pride.
I'll start.
Come, Lightning Metamorphosis Gold Promotion. I feel like playing shogi has helped sharpen my knowledge.
Thank you for today.
Time to go to school, although I'm not really supposed to. Let's go to school. School gate. Man, Morgana, you're kinda non-existent when you don't have a voice. What are you gonna do now? Let's head to the rooftop. Let's sneak past everyone and go up the emergency exit. Okay, we gotta save Haru from that evil fiancé. Haru, I'm here to steal you away.
Good day.
What do you want to do today, Rankun? Let's hang out. Yep, at a time like this. It's a secret. I'm sorry. I was spacing out for a moment there. Would you like to check on the planters with me? I would appreciate the opportunity to speak with you. Okay. Nobody thinks you're alive at this point, so it should be okay as long as you're careful. What'll it be? Hang out with her.
Thank you.
That's good to hear. The truth is... So, I bought a mini roaster and a coffee mill the other day. I thought it would be fun making coffee myself. It's certainly not easy, but it's an immensely satisfying process. Sorry about that. I just got a little dizzy for a second there. You look exhausted. Don't overwork yourself. Let's go see the nurse. You look exhausted. I'm fine, honestly. Let's see. Next up is dirt for the planters. Oh. I'm sorry. I think I just need to rest a little. To be honest, I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately. Takakura-san has really been pushing for us to start a new business venture soon. In particular, he's adamant about a chain of low-cost, intimate cafes. Some employees don't think it's a good idea though, so they want me to step in and put a stop to it. But I'm just a high schooler. There's no way I could predict the success or failure of this idea. In the end, I'm just not sure what to do. That sounds really tough. Should ask some employees. What do you want to do? Sounds really tough. What do you want to do? Huh? That's a good question. The idea does sound nice. The smell of a fresh cup of coffee always brings a smile to my face. And it certainly would be nice to be able to give that experience to as many people as possible. But I don't think you can truly gain the same joy from the low-cost chain Takakura-san is suggesting. What does Takakura-san think? There has to be a way. You should tell him that. There has to be a way. What does Takakura-san think? There has to be a way. What does Takakura-san think?
Excuse me?
Huh? I guess I never asked. We only ever discuss things like the budget or profit margins. Maybe I should talk to him. I see. I've been so afraid of him this whole time. All I need to do is show him how I feel. I'll make him see what I'm really thinking and what's truly important to me. That's the spirit. You can do it. You can do it, Haru.
Yes.
You are the shareholder, after all. By refusing to trust Takakura-san, I was also shutting myself off from any hope of having him trust me. But that's gonna be different now. I'll do my best, Rankun. I can sense a strong resolve from Haru. Soil improvement decreases the total amount of time it takes to cultivate vegetables.
All right.
Oh, and I just thought of the perfect way to do it. A magic item that will help me convey my true feelings to Takakura-san. It's gonna take some time to prepare though, so it will have to be my secret for now. But I'll tell you next time, okay?
Now, shall we
some kind of item so she can speak her thoughts.